Welcome back to Workbench Wednesday. This week we will be looking at using static grass to improve our bases that we worked on from last week. So look who's back. It's our grot from last week. So for this week what we will need is a pair of tongs. You could also use your fingers, super glue, and then the static grass of choice. Today I will be using the Army Painter variety. I have the Swamp Turfs and the Mountain Turfs. So that's our two different colors for today. So let's go ahead and pluck our grass off. So we're going to take our tweezers, we're going to peel them off. Ooh, this one's got a couple attached to them. So you can see here, if I can get the camera to focus on it, maybe, not really. Okay, so here you can see there's kind of a back to the grass. And so what that is your area where you're going to want to put your adhesive. So we will be using super glue. I've heard that PVA glue works as well, but super glue is what I have on hand. So we're going to take this piece, and we're actually going to cut it because we'll be putting it on a smaller base. So we have our glue there, we have our grot there, and let's move him into focus. There he is. So I'm looking to put it in this general area on the base. So let's give this a cut. So we're going to place it down on our palette. We're going to hold him still with our tweezers, and then we're going to take our X-Acto knife, press down about where we want to bisect, and we're going to give it one good cut, and it'll come right apart. And there we go. We have an even smaller tuft of grass. So we're going to take that tuft of grass, we're going to hold it by the top, and we're going to dip it into our super glue, and then we will take our model, and we're going to fix. Where should we fix it? Let's put it at the front of the base. So we have now taken our tweezers, and with them we're just going to press it down so it kind of sits in that spot. Now I'm going to make a recommendation. When you are doing your grasses, if you do what I did there and cut them, it's best to give them just like blow on them real quick to loosen up any of the extra like grass pieces. Because with this static grass, often what happens is it'll get loose over time and start coming apart. And so you'll get like a shedding effect, and then those can get all over the place, and they're a pain in the butt. But that is how you place your adhesive grass. Let's do one more. Who else should we? Let's see here. Let's take this guy here. Similar concept. Going to take our piece of grass, it's the other cutting, going to dip it in our super glue, then we're going to find our spot on the base. Let's put it to the front left this time. So I've got it down on the base, and I'm just going to tamp it down with my pair of tweezers, kind of get like a bit of a stamping effect there. And there we have it. We have another piece of grass. Now this one, from how I cut it, turned out to be very thin and narrow compared to some other previous projects. You might recognize this guy from last week. He was one of my examples of a quick done base. I put the little tuft of grass there on his base. This one's the green. Doing the same process, I cut it, and here is the other half of that one. And then let's see an example of it on a bigger base. So what I've done is I've taken the two pieces of grass and I've put them together on the base of this guy here. So what you can see is, to get kind of the dead grass and live grass combo effect, I trimmed the two into sizes that I was looking for, and I put them together. And I was thinking in a natural environment, you are more likely, if it's like this base, dry and arid, to see dead grass in higher quantities over the live grass. So you can see on either side of the base, I've got a large patch of dead grass here, and then our mix of the two. And it didn't really come out, but what I was looking for was a little bit less of the green compared to this red burnt grass here. And then I've got the trimmings from the rest of the green on the back of the base there. So thanks for watching this week's Workbench video.